Josh, or just I guess overall thoughts. Obviously, they got a dynamic score on that side. I guess just what do you feel like kind of was the difference in the ball game?
He had a good night for sure. It's on us. We need to do a better job, like following the game plan, put more pressure on him, make it hard. Every play, we can lay down any play. For a guy play defense, one guy just relax. It needs to be five guys together every time.
Do you feel like this team just kind of lacked the same intensity from the first half to coming out the second?
Yeah, that's a problem. Like every time we kind of get a lead or we get up, we kind of get comfortable. Like even earlier in the season when we get a lot of wins, we kind of like get comfortable and we don't push that hard. Like it doesn't mean nothing. We can be up 30, like it don't mean we're gonna win. We need to like be locked in from first minute to the last minute again.
Obviously, Coach Hester makes the lineup change to start the game. What do you feel like that kind of gave you guys to get off to the hot start?
Nobody knows the team better than Coach. So like everything he's gonna do, like we know like he 100% like studies it, watch film. He knows every number. So like everything he's gonna do, everything he say, we're gonna do it.
How much did physicality and just their presence down low kind of affect this game going down the stretch?
No, he affected the game a lot. They got two big bigs, did the great work, and some of y'all got to keep lifting, keep getting in better shape, and working harder.
Sean obviously got some foul trouble there in that second half. I guess just like what does that dynamic change? I guess when he's out on the floor, kind of came in and things felt like maybe some sloppy turnovers, kind of rushed offense at times. Like how do you kind of play, I guess, without him on the floor at times?
No, that's a big thing. Definitely not having Sean in the first half, but we can expect like just rely on Fat or like Mo or like me and be like, oh, he's not here, so what are we gonna do now? Everybody got to be ready, even if don't play. I mean, I feel like Landron, like he haven't played enough games. He came, gave us a few good minutes, and that's what everybody needs to do. Like we can just expect Sean Newman or like other guys to do everything. If they get in foul trouble, we gotta figure it out.
You got your next 3 on the road. I mean, what's the importance of just trying to find a way to kind of get some momentum away from this?
Yeah, we've been losing a lot of games on the road. We only won one, so it's time to change things around. We got to keep pushing until the last game. Yes, sir.
Thanks, man.
Appreciate
it.
So opening statement, and then we'll field some questions.
Way more happier with our effort today. I thought we actually came to compete today, which but I say that's like being a father. You got a dad out there that says, "Well, I take care of my kids, and they want credit." You don't get credit for that. That's what you're supposed to do. So we came with effort today. We gave ourselves a chance, but I don't think we played with maturity. In a lot of different areas, in a lot of different ways. I thought in the first half when we started to pull away and get a lead, we got a little selfish. Dudes started wanting to score and start doing their own thing, which decreased our lead. Then, you have things that typically happen in games like turnovers. So then we start turning the ball over, and then they went to zone, and we just wouldn't come off the ball and took some very selfish shots. And so then we get to the second half, and I feel like my coaches are coaching every play. It's like we never gave a scouting report. It's like, we're going to find a way as coaches to be better in that realm, to be able to get the information where they can retain it and understand it. I felt like we were doing that when we had a great start to our season. Felt like at somewhere down the line, things have changed and we started separating. And I got to find a way to get us back together.
It's kind of something Bacho mentioned, because it felt like at times this team gets a little too comfortable. I guess, like, how do you break them out of that mindset? You obviously want them to play with confidence, but like you said, at times it kind of seems like it kind of takes you guys out of what you want to do.
Yeah, that's a two-part question. Part of it is, I have to be willing to fight for the culture of this program. I mean, at the end of the day, if you're out there playing for yourself, I got to be able to remove you from the equation. And trust me, I'm not scared to do that. I think I've done that in my tenure here, where I've removed guys that have been very, very productive. Because at the end of the day, I want to win championships, not games. So that's the first thing. The second thing is, we have to find a way to deliver information that they can receive it. And like I say, what was a little confusing me is that, we were on that path and they were receiving all the information we're given. And I don't know where that changed. I don't know what triggered the change in this team. And we have to find a way as coaches to spend more time together, learning and getting it back. We had a really good practice the other day, which was a lot tougher. I came to the point where I said, you know what, we got to get back to tough no matter if we have injuries or not. And so we started practicing tougher, which gave us a chance to win this game. But then even down the stretch, I mean, so many things that we practice on every day we did not execute. So many things that we do all the time we didn't do right. We're drawing up plays in the huddle, and dudes are running out, going to a different spot right out of the huddle. And so we got to find a way as a coach staff to get that stuff corrected.
What did you kind of see from the Jordan Crawford matchup that led to, Sean Newman not seeing extensive minutes in that first half?
Well, he first got in foul trouble, and so at the end of the day, I knew that in our game plan, I don't want to put it all out there, but we had a way that we could start getting points, and we went up double digits that way in the pick and roll stuff that we were doing, and I knew Jordan was elite at that skill, and so I put him in because I knew he could read the defense, I knew he could make all the reads and all the passes that he can make, and so I was prepared to do that even from a game point, at a point before the game. Because I knew he was capable of doing those things when I looked at the scout and said, okay, this is what we need to do. But on the flip side of it, we didn't continue to play that way in the second half, and they didn't adjust much. We adjusted for the negative. We started setting things in the wrong place. We started moving differently. We weren't being as patient as we were in the first half. We started worrying about who was getting the shots and not just making the play to the right person. And I think we got to get that corrected. Again, that's me and my staff's job. We'll work on that. But we need to grow up and mature as a team in a major way to the point where we got to be here for Louisiana Tech. And that's all that matters. We can't be here for individual statistics. We can't be here for what your individual dreams are if it doesn't go through Louisiana Tech. And that's my job to make sure that happens.
With a matchup like Pierre, when's kind of the line that it crosses where it's like, okay, he's just a good scorer, he's having a good night, to where it's like, hey, we're just not putting enough bodies on him and kind of stopping him from where he wants to get on the floor. Like, how do you kind of weigh what he did production-wise, I guess?
Yeah, it's 34 points. But look, if you look at the stat sheet, House number 2 had 14, and they were 8 from the line. If we don't foul them, like, one guy scoring 34 can't beat you. Like, they had nobody else in double figures other than the guy we sent to the line 8 times. That was uncharacteristic of us fouling so much. But a lot of times when you foul, it's because you're in the wrong place. You're not in the place that you're supposed to be in, so you have to overcompensate with hands and things of that nature. And so, again, those are scouting report things that we did. I knew he was going off, and we did adjust there at the end a little bit. I didn't want to do it too early so they'd see the adjustment, and which gave us a chance to win. We came back from down, I think, 10 with about 5 minutes to play, which gave us a chance to win. But, then little things happen. You can't beat yourself. Then we miss a free throw. Then we get a flagrant, we miss another free throw, and those things are gonna happen. So you can be prepared for those things because you know that you're not gonna play perfect. But then you can't beat yourself and do all the other things and be in the wrong place and shoot selfish shots and not share the ball and not lock in together and fight with coaches real time on who your matchup is.